Silent Tough Guys Entertainment.
Welcome to Art to Art. This week's guest, Khay Ali.
2, 1.
What's up, everybody? I go by the name of Ease. And what are we doing again? Oh,
I ain't scared of you motherfuckers.
what's up, everybody? And welcome to the 5th episode of Art to Art. I go by the name of Ease, with our special guest this week being
Khay Ali.
Khay Ali.
Kick it! You don't understand.
Welcome to the show.
Hey.
I just got a couple questions before we get into your latest project, but why don't you tell the people a little bit about yourself, like where you from and things like that.
Okay, so I am Khay Ali, or Katana Ali. And
Sex.
yes.
Yes.
I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. I currently live in the city, but I grew up in the county. And I've always been singing, like ever since I was little.
Look back on top. So you just put out your latest project, Eargasmic Persuasion.
Yes.
Okay, now I gotta ask you about that name.
Okay.
So Eargasmic Persuasion, what is that all about?
Okay, so the name actually came from the producer of the album. He hit me up on SoundCloud after listening to a few of my tracks that I had produced with J Talmain. And he was like, hey, I'm trying to make a couple tracks with you. And then after the single was actually Truly Madly Deeply. That was the first song that we did together. And after he heard that, he was like, no, we're doing the project. So I was like, cool. So he was like, I got the name for it. I was like, all right, what is it? He goes, Eargasmic Persuasion. I'm like, I like that. So I go on Google and I'm looking around because I wanted to get like some real cool art. Like, you gotta have something cool for that name.
Oh yeah.
And I happened to find this ear, and the ear faded into legs. And I was like, Eargasmic, there it is. So yeah, he actually came up with the name, and I guess the idea was that like our music will, you know, make you feel like you're having an orgasm almost because it's so great to the ears.
I hear that. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, like, what was the process of recording the album or whatever? Like, did you have a certain type of, let's say, routine, like whenever you went to the studio and things like that?
So, Eargasmic Persuasion is my first project. I had kind of like been working on something prior to that, but I never really finished that one. It never came to fruition. So, Eargasmic Persuasion was my first project, and it was kind of like after he sent me Truly Madly Deeply, he would come up with things and he'd be like, hey, I got some new beats for you. He would send them to me, and I would listen to them. And the way that I write is kind of like I'll listen to a beat over and over again, and the music kind of writes itself. So basically, like as I'm listening to it, words will start to come, and I'm like, oh, cool. So like for Truly Madly Deeply, I actually came up with the hook before I came up with everything else, and it's kind of like that's how the rest of the project went. Like he just sent me beats, I listened to them, and then I would like hear little things. So after probably about the 3rd or 4th song I did, I started to notice kind of like this little story within the song. So basically the idea is you meet this girl, and she's a singer, so dose of Eargasmic Persuasion. Then she's kind of like talking about like her shortcomings with love, hopeless love. Then she winds up going out to a party with her girls. That's 1999. At the party she meets somebody, and then she ends up falling in love with them, Truly Madly Deeply. Then of course things happen, that's SOS. So it's like some other shit. Both of them were kind of like on some other shit. After SOS, it's like they ended up breaking up. So the last song is basically like what you go through when you're in a breakup. So it's like you start off and you're like, you're really sad about it, you're really upset about it. Then as time kind of goes on, you kind of accept it. And then by the end, you're like, I don't need you anyway.
Damn.
So that was kind of like the process behind it, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Baby, won't you come my way? Baby, won't you come my way?
Now I had to ask you some questions. I had to make sure I got this right. Okay, so
I'm nervous.
Yeah, I had some quotes I need you to break down for me.
Okay.
They see me on the corner. No, I'm passing out that dope. Now, what is that about? Like, what was the whole idea of that in the chorus?
So the idea is that we all know that, you know, when you see somebody on the block and they're hustling and it's on drugs or whatever, like the people always talk about like a drug dealer's hustle. So the idea behind that song, Dope, is actually spelled D-O-E-P, Dose of Eargasmic Persuasion. And I'm on the corner and I'm passing out dope CD, hustling my album, talking to people, and I'm using that same passion and that drive that they talk about with drug dealers having, using that to push my music as the drug.
Right.
So I'll supply you with mine.
I'm the type to befriend my tormentor. Now, what does that mean? I'm sure a lot of women can relate to this. So probably up to their screens like this.
Right. Anytime, like, you know, you're in like relationships and things like that, like kind of like comparing myself to someone who kind of like you always end up with or befriending or looking out for a person who kind of isn't really doing the same for you. So it's kind of like this person torments me and I want them so bad, and like anybody else would be like, nah, yo, I'm done with that, I'm leaving. But me, I'm just kind of like, oh, I still want you though. So it's like I befriend that person that hurts me so bad. And it's like that was kind of how I end up always in this like fight with hopeless love. And one of my like favorite quotes from Hopeless Love is how I was like, confront me, we're both grown. Like, what's going on? Like,
just be straight up with
right.
Like that. Okay.
This album was me really trying to kind of like find my sound, because prior to that I'd done like a lot of features with people, and you know, with features you more or less do what they want. Right. So with this album it was kind of like, man, what do I actually sound like, because I'm actually classically trained as a singer. So it was really hard, but like in the end, like I was just like really proud.
Are you working on any new projects or anything like that people should be looking out for?
Okay, so I am working on some. Okay.
Don't do it!
I know. I'm working on something right now, right? I have a name, I have a concept, right? I even have like a couple ideas for songs, but like it's hard because like life is kind of happening to all the people around me. Like my main producer that I've been rocking with for like ever, he is on the way to having a son, and so like, you know, his priorities, like he's working towards building up his in-home studio and, you know, setting a nest egg for his son and everything. And then like Beard is working, or it's kind of like I'm like running into like these life issues, so I'm like sending people stuff like, hey, like, and then Jay's like, yeah, I'm gonna close the studio down for a minute. I'm like, no. But then I'm like, I understand, because I mean everybody still has to make that bread, they gotta make a living. And the same thing, like, just like with Beard, it's just like, bruh, I know you gotta work, but can you sample this for me, like? So
how they can find you, you know, where they can find you.
Okay, so I have Instagram, I have Twitter, I have SoundCloud, and my album is available for purchase on, what's that say?
Bandcamp.com.
There we go. Bandcamp.
Yes.
Where I also have an interesting description of what my voice is. I don't know, read it, it's weird. Okay. So you can find me at Khay Ali, that's KHAY.ALI, at Khay Ali on Instagram, Twitter, and Tumblr. So yeah, and yeah, I'm Khay Ali, and my project is Eargasmic Persuasion, and I want you guys to go get some, and don't forget to be you in everything that you do, because everybody else is taken.
She's awesome. Look, anybody who brings their own sign, go get their project. That's how I feel. But it's a great project. Check out Eargasmic Persuasion. Follow Khay Ali on everything. We'll have it at the bottom of the screen. So till we meet again.
Yeah.
Oh, can I get a question? I gotta ask this one.
No.
I wanted to know, are you single?
Oh my god. Oh gosh, okay. You know what? It's so funny you asked me that. I'm like in a situationship right now. Oh, I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna just leave it with I'm in a situationship, but I'm open to ideas.
That sounds good enough for me. I'll see y'all next time.